Okay, let's have another game, Dinochess. Alright, let's try this Nimzovich. I looked it up from last night. Oh, this line I think I'll play E5. Yeah, I looked up a few games and I think Queen A5 last night in that knight F3 line, D5 takes. Queen A5 has been played quite a few times. Right here, maybe I just play D6. I'll let white play H5. And knight E7 just an F5. Or H6 first, then F5. Oh, that would weaken G6 a little bit. Knight C6. Grab more central share. B5. Now, I mean, that's interesting. Maybe A6, just keeping the tension there, and later knight F5, knight F6. Gotta be careful, I suppose, about knight G5. Can I take on C4? Just open up the B file. Knight H. I need to develop this bishop though, that's the problem. How am I going to develop this bishop? Knight F6 or knight H6 or F5. I'll defend this C8 with, I mean, this Queen C8, this pawn. G4 was potentially weak, that was that. Knight F6 to G4. Still doesn't solve this bishop and generally castling kingside issue. How do I entangle here? Queen B7, knight C8 to B6, then bishop E7 as possible, then knight F6, then castles H6, G6. Quite an entanglement. Just move the knight to move the bishop. So maybe it starts with Queen B7. Bishop G4 is useful to throw in here. Takes H5. Pins the knight. I'll throw that in. Okay. Let's develop the bishop on G7 maybe. If I take the bishop G7. That solves the bishop issue. Giving it the G7 square. There's some lines in the French where it can go to G7 after doubling pawns, so it's not a new concept. Okay, bishop G7. I'm going to play knight F6 now. Knight H5, if he's not going to play knight F5, just seal up the dark squares, try and discourage F4. Maybe even use the G file. Right. So here takes bishop F4 is on D6, but knight H5, bishop D6, or even knight G4, bishop D6. Bishop D4. So I think bishop D4 is strong. Knight G4 might be better than knight H5 here. Rook G4, Bishop G4. Don't know. Just 95 is a positional move. Or Bishop E5 is a positional move. Or Rook G4, Bishop takes, Bishop H6. Don't know, not. Is there any immediate point of knight E5? I mean, it keeps the bishop on G7, I suppose. There's also knight G6. Just taking the rook like that, trying to undouble the pawns. I mean, knight G6. Just get this knight going to E5. Keep the other one on G4. Okay, double the pawns. So, very nice bishop now from what it was before. Get to play knight E5. And this bishop E5 is stronger. Knight E5 does force queen C2, for whatever that's worth. Making the queen a bit more passive, I don't know. I can castle now and just maybe play for F5. The queen's going to be further hassled if it took. F5 because bishop F5. So he's on protecting the bishop on C4. I can take here, maybe. Because bishop F5 looks dangerous. I'll take the bishop. Bishop F5 here. Okay, bishop G7 might be necessary now. Otherwise, I don't know, looks to be a bit troublesome. Is G5 possible here? Queen H5, bishop G4, rook F8, bishop takes F8, queen G6. Rook A7, that might be a nifty move. Trying to get on, protect C7. Rook G5 might be stopping the queen attacking E7. Actually, bishop D4 and rook H5 looks dangerous. It's bishop D4 resource again. But rook H5 would skewer the queen, so let's lose the exchange of rook F2. Bishop D4, rook F2, rook F7. There's that queen H6 there. Just take on F2. Try that here. Well, rook H5 is rook G6, maybe rook G7 first, still threatens rook H5, but then maybe I don't know, G4. Rook takes D5, threatens queen E6. Rook takes G6. Queen E6 and rook H5. I think rook G7. No, hang on, rook G6. Right. Let's just try and simplify with queen E6. It's too dangerous. Right, rook G7, I think. Now rook takes D5. Okay. Might miss that. Just okay, that's a good move. I'm a bit down on the clock. So I have to speed up. 11 seconds. Some pre-moves. think I can actually win this ending. In fact, I can only hope to win on time. He should have offered the draw, or someone should have offered the draw. Yeah, just win on time. It's completely drawn position, of course. It was a drawn position there, but oh well. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.